Okay, this is a general oracle card reading for the Taurus for next month, January 2019. And I'm going to be doing the readings a little different than what I've been doing. Like, the way I was doing it, sometimes like 12 or more cards would flip over, and sometimes one card would flip over. And when it was 12 or more, it was a little time consuming. So I'm only going to start pulling out 4 cards because 4 weeks in a month. And if the cards come upside down, I'm going to start reading them like that too. And even though I'm drawing only 4 cards, if one, if one, if 2 or maybe a few cards come out when I'm trying to just draw one, I will leave them there and try to read them together as one card. If too many come out, though, admittedly, I'm gonna put them back in the deck and be like, no, universe, that's just too many. Let's narrow it down, please. Thank you. So yeah. And, oh yeah, keep in mind it's a general reading, so it's not one size fits all, it's like one size fits most. Also, keep in mind that not one side in the zodiac is all positive people and one side is all negative people. Every side's got negative and positive people in it. So the energy may apply to you differently than it does another Taurus. Also, you're going through different stages in life, so, it might apply a few months ago, and it might apply a few months later on. So, yeah. Let's get started then. The first card that did come out was upside down. And, I'm just now trying to read them upside down and what that symbolically might personally mean to me, because that's how I read them. Some people go by the book, but symbols can mean something different to each individual, and that's why I choose to follow what it means to me. Alright, well, the first card that pulled up is the Diamond Dreamer, material wealth, true prosperity. When I read it out loud, immediately what just came to mind was maybe you're not dreaming right now. Maybe you're not hoping right now that something's gonna materialize. Maybe you've just, dropped out having any fucking faith at all. Or hope. You're just like, I'm drained and I'm tired. Which I think personally would make sense, because frankly, I'm a Taurus as well. So I would definitely say that today has been a day that, for me personally, I'm, not feeling it. So I can relate if you're not feeling hopeful or faith at all. You just drop it and, fuck it, who cares? Yeah, so with the card, what it means to me, right side up, I'm just going to go with the opposite of it then, when it's coming upside down. But right side up, when it says material wealth, true prosperity, it means something's going to materialize in your life. Something, and it can be spiritual, it can be mental, it can be emotional. It doesn't have to actually be something material, though it can be material. But being it's upside down, at least for me personally, what it's meaning to me right now is it doesn't mean something's not going to materialize, or, maybe you're just having a really lack of faith right now. You just don't believe in it. You don't believe anything is going to manifest. You don't believe anything is going to materialize in your life. Maybe you're afraid, I need more finances, and I'm afraid that those things are not going to occur or manifest. Maybe you're thinking, I need closure in my life, and maybe you're fearing it's not going to manifest. Maybe you need a friend in your life and you're afraid it's not going to manifest. Maybe you're afraid you won't have love and that's not going to manifest. It can be so many different things because we're each individuals. Just to be vulnerable, to let you know that I'm a human being too. So, I'm not just reading this and not feeling with you. Often I will use examples of things going on in my life sometimes when I'm doing these general readings, to show I'm a human being. And, there's nothing great or powerful about me being that I'm a practicing psychic. And a lot of people will sometimes make that mistake. I mean, I've heard jokes before oh, are you reading my mind? I mean, that's the number one joke people use. And I'm no, that's a telepath. I'm more of an empath. And then, you know, some people, they kind of just keep on with the joke, and it's like, you don't get it. And then some people, it kind of takes them off guard for a second, like, wait a second, I didn't know there was different psychic gifts. It's like, yeah, there's a big range of them. And mine in particular is being able to pick up energy from things, and being able to feel a person's emotions, and being a medium, being able to communicate with spirits that have been passed on. Oh, they call it clairsentient, where you can smell the spirits. So, yeah, but thing is, I am just human. So I relate and connect with y'all. And, you know, my vulnerability right now would be, I'm kind of in a place where I don't know if good things are going to happen right now. So I'm feeling it with you. I'm a human being just like you. And it doesn't matter if I'm practicing psychic. You know, even if you're psychic that can see some of your future, it doesn't mean you see the journey, you know. So sometimes when the journey hits you, it gets a little scary, because you're like, is that really going to happen? You know. And I'm sure if psychics give you a reading too, you feel the same thing. You know, we're all human. We all go through that. So, you know, I'm having fears and doubts and stuff like that as well. My main thing is I'm afraid that certain things that I want to manifest in my life are not going to. One being financial care, to take care of myself. And dang it, we all know as Tauruses are like that. We may not want to be rich, we just like to be secure. And another part for me is, you know, love. You know, being an empath, I'm able to tell who's lying to me. And that makes it very difficult then, because you learn a lot of people are not very honest. Not that I can't forgive little white lies. I understand some people are not ready to be that vulnerable yet, but I mean like actual genuine liars. So it makes it a little hard, you know, trying to date and whatnot. So I admit I'm human, and I'm feeling it with you, whatever y'all are feeling right now. Alright, all the other cards, just to let you know, did come up right side up. So here's the second card, the Cosmos, creativity, vastness. It just means something is taking place and is meant to be. Honestly, I feel like the card's meant to be, but right now I'm feeling like it's saying something's taking place. Like, it's happening right now. You may not even know it, but it's happening right now. Something was created into the cosmos, the universe. You know, I believe that we have past lives, and we choose what life we want, so we can learn and grow in something, in certain lessons before we come here. You know, we also choose our victory points, you know. That being said, you know, I think that there are victory points in our lives that we live. And we can choose to not take them. For example, this might be a bad example, I don't know, but there's some people that say out there that, you know, Hitler was an artist, which is true, he was. And his life could have gone a different route if he had chosen it, but he didn't. He chose darkness. And that has left a very big mark on history that's very sad. And we're always going to hold that in a memory to, you know, honor those that have died. But the thing is, he could have chosen another route. For all we know, he could have chosen to keep fighting to be an artist and get known as an artist and get to the schools he wanted to go to. But instead, he chose darkness. Instead, he chose to submit to, I guess, fear, doubt, you know, rather than, you know, like, I think we all go through moments of doubt, but it's the difference when you're there for a moment and when you're staying there permanently and then creating all that darkness. You know, so that being said, this doesn't mean you're going to hit the darkness. To me, this means you're choosing the victory route. You're choosing the victory route. You're going to get your reward. It is meant to be. It is already created in there. And it's in the process of happening right now. And I know some people can say like things are meant to be even if they're not good, but the card came right side up. It didn't come upside down, so that tells me it's more positive. It's the victory. And the third card came up, 2 cards, the Horse King, assistance, control, the Swan Queen, transformation, intuition, patience. This card just means you are assisting yourself to get some control. Maybe someone is assisting you, but I'm feeling more strongly like you're finally, like, imagine that horse right there is your life, and this king right here is the person who has dominion over this horse, the ownership of this horse, the one that trains this horse. He's got the horse by the reins. You are the king. This is your life. You are gaining control of your life. You are getting a hold of the reins of that horse of your life. If that makes any sense to you. And notice, it's not a control freak thing. That horse is very peaceful and happy, and he honors the king. Your life will honor you by assisting yourself to get some control in your life. You know, not to be mistaken with being a control freak, because I know some people like hear the word control and they think control everything. They don't think just getting control of your life. There's a difference between getting control of yourself, and that's it, and trying to control others, your atmosphere and everything. And then you're getting to a point where it's a little obsessive and not healthy, but the card's right side up, so do keep in mind that, you know, this is not a control freak thing. It's you just getting control of your life and yourself. That's it. And the card that came after that, as I said, is the Swan Queen. Transformation, intuition, patience. Which would tell me that this is probably what you're getting control over. Even if that control means letting go of control, if that makes any sense to you. Like, I personally know myself, you know, sometimes for me, the decision to actually get better control is to let go of control. You know, because if you're wanting to control everything, everything's out of control. There's no order. But sometimes when you let go of control and just let be, let peace, all of a sudden everything's in control. You know, all of a sudden everything's in order. Transformation means you as a person. You are transforming. You are changing. You're not who you were a long time ago, or maybe 5 minutes ago, or 5 months ago. You're transforming. You're a different person now. You're following your intuition. But do remember to be patient with yourself. If you're not complete in that transformation yet, you're still on that way. You're still on that path. And if you think about it, every moment of your life is a transformation. Nobody's ever done transforming. So, you know, maybe you're transforming in a certain area in your life, though, that you're going to be complete in transforming. But, you know, just keep in mind, life is a transformation. You know, we're never the same we were 10 years ago. I mean, think about it. What were you like at 15? What were you like at 20 after that? That's not even that many years from there to 20. And then what are you like at 30? And then what are you like at 40? It's just so different when you look back, because life helps you grow and mature in ways that you could have never expected or imagined. You know, in a sense that it doesn't matter what age we are honestly still little children growing and learning. So, you know, do keep in mind then that if you are continuously transforming, don't take it as a bad thing, like it's never ending, I'm not good enough and I can't learn it all. Because everybody's still learning, and so are you. But if it makes you feel any better, the thing you are transforming in right now, there is an end to it. You will transform into it completely. So, you know, don't fret or be upset or in fear. You'll get there. We'll get there together. Just, you know, remember to keep in mind that life is an endless cycle of transformation. So, you know, don't be bothered by when there's no end, because that's the beauty in it. If we actually reached an end where we stopped transforming in everything and stopped growing in everything, then things will get stagnant, stale, and very boring. And those are usually the most egotistical people you ever meet, the ones that actually believe they don't need to learn anymore. They're the most ignorant and the most foolish. So, you know, take pride in your transformation. Take pride in the fact that you are always going to be transforming. Because you'll be growing and maturing more than some people ever do. Alright, the fourth card, well, 2 cards pulled up for it. The High Lady of Love and Compassion, reverence, kindness, consideration. Good card. The Ringmaster, scrutiny, discernment, clear vision, details. Now this card right here, this is the self-love card, the ultimate self-love. It means to be giving yourself kindness, consideration, and, you know, knowing to give it to yourself like you give it to others. You know, if it had come upside down, though, I wouldn't think it means that you need to learn to give it to others, because I do believe that people who are egotistical are not actually in self-love. They don't love themselves. They don't know how to practice love, so if they start practicing it, they will start to learn how to treat themselves with that love too. But the card came right side up, so I'm going to guess that it's you that do not know how to give yourself that love. And it is time to give it to yourself. The Ringmaster, scrutiny, discernment, clear vision, details. That just means the details, the answers, whatever you're needing right now is already there. And, you know, sometimes we're afraid to acknowledge something because we're afraid it's too good to be true. And then sometimes we're afraid to acknowledge something because it would hurt too much. But the thing is, whatever it is that you need an answer for, or something you want to know, it's already there. You know, and it came with the self-love card, so maybe it just means, you know, the answer's already here. You know you need to love yourself. The answer's already here. You know in your intuition on what you need to do to start doing that. You know, maybe you're using your intuition, maybe there's signs, you know, from the universe or your angels or whatever it is that you believe in, giving you signs. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the reading. If you don't, I'm still going to show you the cards and let you use your own intuition, what you feel you think they mean. Yeah, oops, forgot that one was upside down. But you can read it up right side up, whatever applies. I'm gonna honestly be doing that for a few months, reading them upside down, and I hope people will tell me if they work or not so far, if it seems accurate or not, because after a few months, if it's really not working for people and not making any sense, not resonating, I'm gonna go back to reading them right side up. But if it does seem to have some accuracy and some answers in there, then I will continue to read them upside down if they come up upside down. So yeah, please, you know, in the next few months, just let me know if it works or if it didn't work. So that I know whether to continue reading them that way or not. Well, you have a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good evening whenever you're watching this. Bye. Have a good one.